Junior road tax for drivers from 13 years of age. Up next, we mentioned the championship contenders earlier on. You can see the 5 kart there. Rob Holland down on row 12. That's a disaster for Rob. Kyle Fowlie is on row 2. Ross Gunn, championship leader, is on pole. So it looks like now it could be between Gunn and Fowlie. The earlier heats and final 1 result were as follows. Harry Webb, Luke Hughes and Josh Price taking the 3 heats, with Ross Gunn taking the earlier final 1, which gives him pole for this final. A little bit of contact down to the first turn. The 3 karts run wide. That's Levi Coombs. Sam Marsh has been turned around the 7 kart. Oliver Norris was off on the grass as well. We're on board here with Kyle Fowlie in this one, the 8 karts. He will be now the main championship contender to Ross Gunn. The gunslinger's out front. He's got a nice little lead here early on, coming down to the first hairpin. Very slippy on the inside on the rubber. Look for karts to go round the outside of the line here, around the outside of this turn, and they do. No plate there, Oliver Myers. 20 kart Alana Taylor runs into the back of Oliver Norris, who's in the wars, and it looks like the 5 karter Rob Holland's lost his rear bumper early in the race. That's a disaster. His championship contention looks like it is over. He'll have to leave the track. We've got a technical flag for that. Have to leave the track, get a new bumper put on before he rejoins, and that's going to put him well down the field. So Holland's challenge for the 2012 championship looks like it's finished. But that's good news, of course, for Ross Gunn. This man here, the 32 kart out front as he comes through to complete the first lap. Raoul Hyman there in second. Kyle Fowlie in third. Kyle will be hoping to convert third into first place and try and put some sort of challenge to Ross Gunn at the final round, as the kart stream down the straight through the right and left flick under the Litchfield Bridge. We're on board again with Kyle Fowlie on this new part of the track. Turns left-handed here back over the bridge and then right-handed down the hill to meet the old track. 67 there, Danny Curl. I have to say, Danny Curl, former junior TKM driver, his first season in the junior Rotax class, and it's been an exceptional season for him. He's always at the front end of the field. Not quite managed to pull off a win yet, but I think that will come. But for him to challenge for this title, I think next year. Kart stream up to the hairpin on the inside of the track here for the second time. So it's Gunn, Hyman and Fowlie that leads it then. 19 kart there in 4th place, as well clear of the rest. That's Harry Webb. The rest led by the 67 kart of Danny Curl. Just in behind Danny, our old friend Luke Hughes, who's made a return to SuperOne this season. Nice to see him back through the S's. 20 kart, Alana Taylor. Right-hander here is Bobby Game Corner. Bobby's back racing this year at the age of 46, I think it is. In the KGP class, we'll see in another programme. And here's Kyle Fowlie up the inside of Raoul Hyman for second place. You see Ross Gunn there's checked out in front, a mile ahead. Ross Gunn left-handed now under the Litchfield Bridge and onto this new part of the circuit. We can just make out Ross Gunn now in front. So a bit of work for Kyle to catch him, but he'll need to catch him for the good of the championship. He'll hope to finish in front of him, although it looks like now Ross Gunn will take a comfortable advantage to the last round, with Rob Holland suffering some dramas. 19 kart in the picture there, just behind Raoul Hyman now. There he is, that's Harry Webb. Harry, the new Euromax champion in the junior Rotax class, won that recently. Congratulations to him. A little bit of contact there with Raoul as he goes by, so Harry Webb now up to 3rd place. The technical flag out for kart 5. 67 Danny Curl, 16 Luke Hughes. 77 kart going through the picture there is Ben Hingley. 29 Josh Price just going through. He was an earlier heat winner. No plate Oliver Myers. 47 in behind him, Greg McKenzie. Here with Rob Holland going very slow. He's had that black and orange technical flag telling him he's got to leave the circuit because there's a problem with his kart. 58 through the final turn, Luke Knott. With matters at the front of the field though. Harry Webb, the 19 kart, technical flag for kart 5. Out again, there is kart 5, Rob Holland on the right hand side of the track. You just about make out the official, there he is. He's pointing at Rob Holland, telling him he's got to leave the track. He's obviously had a couple of flags, paid no attention to them, so he comes right-handed down the hill. What is going on here? You can see how poor the conditions are. The Rooster Sounds coming off the back of the carts. They come down to the hairpin. Rob Holland's dropped in behind Jay Goodwin here. What's going on? And runs into the back of Jay and takes out George Line and nearly hits Will Shaw, who's standing at the side of the track after the earlier incident. And that was all under waved yellows. The officials will take a very dim view of that. Let's have a look, see what goes on. You see Rob there on the right-hand side. He drops in behind Jay Goodwin. And I'm not sure what's happened previously during the race, but he's obviously got the intention of driving into the back of Jay. Takes George Line with him as well, and you can see Will Shaw standing at the side of the track there thinking what on earth is going on. See the yellow flags waving. The officials will take a very dim view. Let's listen to the onboard. Engine winds up to max and straight into the back of Jay Goodwin. Well, oh my word, I'm not sure what Rob's thinking there. I've known Rob Holland a lot of years. I've never known him to be involved in any sort of incident like that, but that's a bad one, and the officials are going to take a very dim view of that sort of action. He's had black and orange flags tell him to leave the track. He's obviously ignored those. Here comes Fowlie for the lead, by the way. After all that, it's Fowlie now with the fastest lap back through to the lead, and Ross Gunn all over the place sliding. Won't worry too much about that, but he gets him back and then loses it on the exit. So Ross Gunn had the lead, lost it, got it back, lost it again. Last lap though, he won't be too concerned about that, Ross Gunn, from a championship point of view. Although Carl Fowlie will close him slightly, Ross will still take a nice comfortable lead going to the last round. Well into the last lap, looks like Fowlie's going to take this win. Just coming back to that incident with Rob Holland. I think Rob, when he calms down a bit after this race and reflects on what he's done, will be very contrite over that. It's not like him at all. Not sure what's happened early in the day. Obviously, clearly, there is no place for that sort of thing in the sport. The 21 card of Jay Goodwin looked like the target, but of course George Line got collected and Will Shaw standing at the side of the track. That could have been a particularly bad incident if one of those carts had run into him. So Rob will be looking at certainly not only an exclusion from the race, he'll be excluded from the meeting, and I think the steward may well be taking his licence off him at the end of this race as well for a period of time. Let the young man cool down. Back to matters at the head of the field though. Here's the winner, it's Carl Fowlie. You can see how delighted he is with that. Ross Gunn will be happy with second place points to follow up his win earlier in the day, and the European champion, Euromax champion Harry Webb through for third place. He's followed in by the 16 card of Luke Hughes in fourth place, and Raoul Hyman. Rest of the results has followed. Danny Curl taking his typical top-end finish in sixth place. Ben Hinsley in seventh, followed in by Luke Knott, Josh White, and the earlier heat winner Josh Price rounding out the top 10. Here's Michelle.